We are about to dive in to the water element. This could be for Pisces, Cancer and Scorpio, but we all need to master our water element, just like our earth, fire and air. Zodiacs are linked to elements, but not only that, we have houses in our natal chart and opposing planets and a range of other vibrations that influence us, our energy and our consciousness. So we're going to dive in. I've pre-shuffled before we dive deep in the tarot, just to let you know if this is for you, and we're starting straight away with a real watchful eye and a real clear message. So not only am I connecting with someone who needs to be able to look at a situation clearly and speak on it clearly, but it looks like someone's going to be speaking to you and you need to be able to look at them and speak clearly for this to take off. This is quite emotional. I feel a really heavy water bubble coming up. I'm clairvoyant, so the visions I'm getting is a real deep love story here that is going to require you to not only manage your fire. I've already done the fire reading today. That was an amazing reading. The water element, where I'm sitting right here, right now, for all signs, regardless if you are Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio or not. This is a heavier energy because you need to manage your water and the emotions are deep. You've already had an opportunity for a new beginning, but there's a message coming, a love message. Someone has something to say to you about who you are, who you're becoming, or who they want you to be in their lives. You're going to need to go slow with this. You're going to need to really communicate clearly. You're going to need to get your head right, and you're going to just need to trust that you can say and do the right thing at the right time. Some of you may be moving in with someone else. Some of you may be opening up to your spiritual gifts a lot more. Either way, magic is in front of you, and it happens when you deal with your water element. I feel really emotional. I'm not going to lie. Coming into this reading, I feel really, really heavy and emotional. So if you're in heavy energy and there's someone in your heart that you're struggling to communicate with, you're struggling to look at and deal with, you're not giving them eye contact, you're not speaking to them, you've already initiated a new beginning, this is someone new in your life, but the connection has been blocked by all this love and passion that hasn't been tempered with any water, and there's been some communication issues, and it's shifting now, and it looks quite serious, right? It looks like your angels are really involved in this, and I think that's why it's heavy, because I'm seeing passed on loved ones either coming in to guide you through this journey, or you're doing something that your ancestors are really proud of, want you to know that you've achieved, some kind of like breaking the curse energy. It's really powerful, and it's got me really in my feelings in this reading. Like I'm like, what do I do? Like I can't click off and stop doing the reading because I've already started, but my heart is really vulnerable with you guys right now. So I'm trying to hold that in my mind as I carry on, and I'm going to shuffle, and I'm just going to channel and let this reading just be whatever it is, because I am feeling super emotional at this time. First card out, look at this, 10 of Cups. I really feel like crying, I'm just holding it together, guys. 10 of Cups and the Strength card. You can't make this stuff up. Bottom, back of the mind, 8 of Wands, front of the mind, 7 of Cups. That's how I feel. Coming into this reading, the fire element was so different. The water element, I feel like I'm drowning in this love. I feel like I'm drowning in this connection. I feel overwhelmed. 3 of Pentacles in the past. You've been building this relationship. 6 of Cups. This is something that happened in your past that you were working on and building, that you had 10 of Pentacles with, but you had to go slow with a 7 of Pentacles. Wheel of Fortune's out. That's why this is so heavy. This is linked to destiny. And the Knight of Wands, the ability to rush forward. 8 of Swords on the Knight of Wands. the future energy of this, the long term, the outcome, is really having to find a way to overcome this fear when you're moving towards this. Whoever is moving towards you and whoever you want to move towards, immediately there's fear everywhere, and the emotions are thick, and it's holding it together and not breaking down and crying. And there's 7 of Cups, and there's so many different emotions and thoughts and feelings and memories and visions and dreams that come up with that card. And it's a lot. And then the 6 of Cups is talking about memories and childhood, and it's like childhood appreciation, which is a weird thing for me to say, but it's like memories in childhood that enlighten you to who you are now, or to how you love, or why you love, or why you're doing what you're doing, or you've known this person since childhood, or it's about like your mother, father, grandparents, ancestors, their connection. On Twitter a few weeks back, I shared all of these posts of my nan and granddad when I was scrapbooking, and it was photos of me, my dad and uncle were in the photos, my gran and grandparents, both my grandparents were also in the majority of the photos, and I was talking about true love and a memory that they gave me, and it really, really triggered me and made me realise why I hadn't been in relationships and what I believed true love was for me. And it made me really emotional that day. And obviously I'm clairvoyant, so I see my passed on loved ones, and they were really present with me that day and that week. And since then they've really shifted my perspective on love, and they keep reminding me to trust in the journey and trust in the love that I hold most high, to make sure that I attract the right kind of vibration in love. But so this feels a little bit like that, but there's a lot of pain and grief. And do you know, like, I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to put the cards down, because the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck, and I just really want to channel, because what I'm being guided to more than anything is the cards are really, 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 really beautiful, okay? But the energy is so drastic, it's so depressive, it's so sad, it's so low vibrational. What on earth could have happened in somebody's life, or is going on in your life now at this time, that has taken away the shine from what should be a really positive, loving experience into something really, really dark and sad, that blocks your heart chakra, blocks your throat chakra, blocks your third eye, and blocks your crown, you know? It feels a little bit like curse energy. It feels a little unjust. It feels unfair. It feels unrealistic. It's none of this should be this way. None of this should be this way. It shouldn't be this way. What on earth have we been through in childhood and our upbringing that love has to present in trauma? Love has to present in pain. Love has to present in anguish and anxiety and fear, because none of that's here, but the feeling is. This should be so beautiful. What on earth is going on in today's society, in the community, around all of us, when ideologies of love show up in a water element that none of us have seemed to master yet? And we're full of pain and discomfort in being loved by someone, in loving someone. When did it have to be a secret that you love someone? And when did it have to be a secret that they love you? When was love tarnished? And what happened in childhood to make love be tarnished? What kind of relationships have we been in where we desire to be more in hateful relationships, toxic relationships, loveless marriages, loveless relationships, and loveless connections with family and friends and other, instead of fully owning love and letting it be, without it being grandiose, without making it special, without glorifying it to an expectation that can't be met, but standardly just owning what it feels like to love someone genuinely. It's horrible. I am so sorry, because I don't think anyone's going to say it, and I need to say it to myself, so I best off say it to all of you guys who are joining in for this healing water element chakra healing right now. But I'm so sorry that you loving someone and you opening your heart has resulted in this. I'm so sorry that love and ownership and potential for lifelong commitment and being happy and marriage, money, kids, positive energy is something that creates a negative reaction in your reality. This is why we talk about escaping the matrix over here, and we talk about the psyop over here and breaking illusion, because the truth of the matter is many of us grow up without emotional intelligence and healthy homes. You grow up in abusive homes where your mum and dad fight, alcohol abuse, drug abuse, drink abuse, arguments, fighting, domestic violence. You see things you shouldn't see. Cheating. I'm talking to a collective who have a pure heart and desire love and kinship, but don't even know where to go to nourish that or let that come out of their energy, because it's never been done before. Healthy outlooks of love have never looked this healthy. Riches have never looked this rich. Love has never looked this loving. Care and compassion have never even looked like this one time. So how on earth do you move to something like this? How do you trust in something like this? It's that quote from Harriet Tubman that comes back round and round again in so many different ways. I could have freed 1,000 slaves if only they knew they were slaves. This relationship, this love in your life, this love at the front of your mind, you know that love that you came here for, that love that called you into this reading, that person that you love so much and you can't get over and you think about them all the time, that love that makes you cry, that love that makes you weak, that love that hurts your heart. When you think about them, you actually have pain in your heart. The love that you have confused about the difference in love between a mother, a sister, a brother, family, kids, your ex, your baby mum, your best friend, your soul tribe, your gym buddies. The layers of love here. Why is some love okay and easy, and why is other love not? And why is the love that you desire more than any other love, that truest form of love you desire, why is it showing up today as such a painful thing to acknowledge and accept? Why is it making you weak, and why is it making you sad? Let's look at that. Let's ask God to show us the way today. Definitely healing our water element today. I feel that. I was not expecting this heavy energy. The Knight of Cups and the Empress, followed by the Six of Swords. There is a lot going on here. Firstly, this love, this happy home, this connection, this dream, this manifestation has already begun. We saw that it was in the past, like something was already built in the past, that was the Ten of Cups, something was already manifested, but there was a lack of communication about it. It has just begun. It was a connection that had just begun. So you would only have been on a first date. Something was very fresh. You just built it, you just made it, you just went on a first date. You just made those initial offerings, that initial connection. And straight away, you saw that person as your emperor or empress. As simple as that. Straight away, you saw this person as your other half, and you were immediately taken aback by the connection. Communication seemed to have happened that resulted in Six of Swords. So we've got the Eight of Wands and the Six of Swords. Communication that created Six of Swords. What does that mean? Change, movement. Both people in this connection received that same loving vibration, and as a result communicated it, and that resulted in both people changing their lives. Yeah, we're talking about divorce, separation, moving out, changing lifestyle, changing numbers, whatever it is. Something majorly changed for both parties in this connection. Seven of Cups, Three of Pentacles. So much, this is the Seven of Cups we spoke about that nearly made me cry, because there's so much going on, yet it's only been grounded to Three Pentacles. It's not fully developed. This is new. And in the past, to clarify this, is also Three of Pentacles from another deck. Three of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. So both people in the connection are going, this is new, we've barely started, we've just started building this. But the Chariot is out nonetheless. We are moving forward. So the connection seemed like it was moving forward. It was moving forward in the past. In the present moment, everybody knows that this is a real special love. This is really important. But then, the immediate future, so what's going on now and over the next week or two, is memories of the past. Six of Cups and Nine of Pentacles. It looks like a real loss, consideration, depression, upset, upheaval internally over this in the past. Because maybe both of you have left stuff behind that you haven't fully grieved yet. If you're not speaking, then you could be in a grieving your old lives, because it looks like you've both moved into a new reality separate of each other with the Nine of Pentacles, and you're living happily in your independence. But there seems to be this unity you still have with the Six of Cups. Especially if you know each other from childhood. It shows me the past energy. It doesn't go to childhood, right? But it does bring up like that story I said about my grandparents and the true love story, and when I was scrapbooking and looking at old memories. So there's old photos, there's old memories, right? There's all this stuff in life that you really loved and adored. And now you're shifting and you're independent. You're not in that ecosystem anymore. So that's being grieved. Then we've got Ten of Pentacles and Four of Cups. I can't really discuss how I'm feeling at this time. I can't really divulge all of this. I've got Ten of Pentacles, but I can't really go into it. There's too much emotion here. There's too much here, full stop. Ten of Pentacles is beautiful, but then you add Four of Cups, and it's a whole other element. The water never seems to be finding a smooth entrance. The emotions can't seem to find their way into this conversation. Seven of Pentacles again, with the Page of Pentacles this time. I still can't even give you a Page of Pentacles. That's an apology. That's a small conversation. That's a small awakening. That's a moment in time to just say, hey, my heart wants you to know this. Even that's not possible. But what is destined? And what are you both hoping for? The Wheel of Fortune with the Six of Cups. I want to give you Three of my cups, and I want to receive Three of yours. I want to have in my head I get mouth to mouth with you. A conversation, a tete-a-tete, a back and forth. A moment to surrender this. Someone is going through hell and high water to get to the top of the Wheel of Fortune. I want to tell you everything. I want to show you everything. I want you to know I'm devoted and loving and kind and considerate and compassionate and caring, and I want you to know me. I want you to give to me, and I want to give to you. Yet there's three energies on the outro here. The Knight of Wands, the Eight of Swords, and the Hierophant. underneath the Knight of Wands, we have the Knight of Swords. There's a fight here. A fight over passion, a fight over intellect. Four of Swords, an argument, a disagreement. Page of Swords, watching each other on social media, other people having their opinions. Queen of Wands, followed by 10 of Pentacles and 5 of Swords. Other ideals, I want to say. King of Cups, confusion about the passion of this relationship versus the emotion of this relationship. Is this just about sex? Are they telling the truth? Are they lying? Do they really want 10 of Pentacles with me? Can we put down all these burdens from the past? There are swords everywhere. 2 of Swords, 5 of Swords, 7 of Swords, 4 of Swords, Page of Swords. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 different energies, 5 different opinions, 5 different thoughts, 5 things inferring on this connection, making it impossible to make a choice at this time. Lover's card. King of Wands. Emperor. The masculine in this situation is really bossing up and getting clear in his head. Male or female, the masculine energy is in their power. But it's been painful to go through this cycle of Ace of Swords and Ace of Wands, back and forth again and again about this. Which clarifies the 8 of Swords. Like, I feel like the masculine in this situation could be the one who wanted to ride in with Knight of Wands, but he's maybe riding in with Knight of Swords. Or he's going back between Knight of Swords and Knight of Wands, being intelligent and then being fiery and passionate. Back and forth, back and forth. And it looks like the feminine is in 8 of Swords. The feminine is giving 9 of Wands energy. I'm resisting this. I'm putting up a guard. I'm trying to be strong as possible here. I feel like she feels like she has to take on the King of Swords. There's no emotions here. Remember, this is about the water element. The emotions are off the table, and the masculine in this story is passionate and intellectual. And she is also passionate and intellectual. Not a single emotion here. And that's with the Hierophants coming out with the moon. Hierophant is measure, spirituality, faith, vows, honor. Sometimes talk about marriage and kinship. This image is a nun and a priest coming together, right? But we've got 2 of Cups with 1 cup upside down, 3 of Cups. And with the moon, there's no clarity over this connection. So the Knight of Pentacles has come in with the Page of Wands and the Wheel card. Everybody is still spinning out over this connection because the emotions are not being tempered. I feel like other people are having conversations about this as well. Other people are involved, giving their opinion on this situation. 2 people here are stable, but they're hanging on for dear life because the emotions are nowhere to be seen. Someone keeps throwing a cup out all the time. Anytime there's an opportunity for emotion to come to the table, it's dismissed. And then we get straight back to the Wands and straight back to the Swords. But the Pentacles are both really grounded. The Pentacles here are stable and non-movers, which make this connection not falter. Any other relationship would end and you wouldn't go back to this person and you wouldn't talk again, and you would clearly see it's over and it's not important in your life because there wouldn't be any earth. The earth in these relationships that I'm connecting with today are the main thing driving this relationship forward because it's materialized. This relationship is still materialized without the water. The fire could be a problem in this relationship normally if it was just air, if it was just fire, but it's not. The swords are meeting the fire. That's air and fire. They're kind of counteracting each other and keeping this going. But until the water comes in, there is no equilibrium. Look, yeah, we need 8 of Cups. Someone needs to walk away from some old way of being. Eight of Cups in this card, when Eight of Cups talks about walking away and like abandonment. But in this card, the difference is there's a man holding a woman by the throat with a knife, right? And a weird card, I know. It's a Victorian deck, and it's not even gruesome at all, actually. It's really ancient art on it. But the man is like, don't you dare speak or I'll cut you. And it's that kind of energy on the card. And it's like, you've got to walk away from what's entrapping you from freedom, especially with the tongue card coming out at the beginning of the reading. So we have the eyes and the tongue. And that could be your clear senses as well. You could be clairvoyant. Either of you could be clairvoyant or clear tasting. You could taste things. You could also really be interested in food. A lot of earth angels and empaths, their relationship with food is significant as well because of their taste buds, their tasting sensation. Some people smell spirit. Sometimes passed on loved ones can come in and bring their smells around. My grandparents will come in with their smells quite a lot. And I might smell, I used to, when I first started doing spirituality, or started learning and studying mediumship, because when I realised I was a medium and I had to study it, my granddad would always show up, and before I actually saw him clairvoyantly, I would start smelling soggy cornflakes, because my granddad loved cornflakes and hot milk, and he would boil it on the stove, and then he would just pour it in the bowl, and it would just be all frothy cornflakes and hot milk, and I never liked it. I couldn't care less for it, but the smell is very recognisable. And every now and then I'm at home. This hasn't happened in years, man. Probably happened this week now, because my granddad's gonna know I'm talking about him. And I'm just there, and I'm like, why does it smell like cornflakes, like granddad's cornflakes in here? And then the next day, that evening, later on, when I'm in meditation or winding down, there's granddad, and he's got stuff to say. So just take that into account. And a lot of mediums only work that way, actually. Some mediums, they don't see clearly. They just know things through smelling, or they know things through tasting. You could just start tasting stuff in your mouth without even eating it. So that happens as well. So consider that for you. Last card on the way out. Page of Pentacles. It all starts with a little offer. A little offer of communication that's material, because both of you are really powerful in the material. All you need to do, right, this is the advice for both of you in this connection. Start with the Page of Pentacles. That's not money. That's communication that's grounded in material. I don't know what that is for you, whatever your interests are, hobbies are, what you like to talk about. Start off bridging the gap with materialistic conversation. Not even materialistic, that's a silly word. But tangible conversation, tangible topics that you both have common ground with, that's stable footing, and then slowly start bringing your truths in, because I've got Two of Swords after that. It's tangible conversation about topics you both know, then in comes the Two of Swords, back and forth. They'll have a sword of truth about whatever it is, you'll have a sword of truth about whatever it is, and it will slowly go yin, yang, yin, yang, yin, yang, and the swords of truth will slowly drop, and then drop, and then drop, and then drop, because after that the Two of Pentacles is out. Then it starts to get a lot more heated, but to be honest, more of an intellectually powerful way. A little bit of sacral root chakra energy, so you might feel a little bit, is this a little bit sexy or flirty or seductive? Because the sacral will be stimulated by this acceptance of the swords being laid down. Finally, I can lay my swords down to rest, you know. And then in comes the Queen of Swords. Normally the cold cutting bitch card, but this is not the deck for that. This deck is a lot softer. This deck is quite intimate and watery, actually, because there's some real intimacy going on between two people who are starting to get closer and closer and start to touch each other. So this could lead to a lot more heartfelt communication. And then after that, the Six of Cups. This is how you bridge the gap between the issues in your relationship right now, okay? This is the cure, guys. Following that, Eight of Pentacles, things will start to work then, okay? But you can't block each other's throat chakra. That's the only advice. You can't go back after you said these things, and you've got to be able to not bite your tongue after that and still be open to be open. Still be open to be open. I'm going to leave it like that, weird thing to say. And remember, this is the formula. Every time there's a difficulty in the communication, offer a material topic, a trending topic that you both like. Within that topic, find a way to segue in elements of truth where you can put your sword down, and then keep having those trending topics trending between both of you. Then put your swords down. Trending sword. Trending sword. Open up. Be a little bit more compassionate and understanding. Fall into each other a little bit more with compassion. A little bit of seduction finds its way in there through intellect, and a little bit of maybe wit, sarcasm, humour, grace, intelligence, banter. That's what it looks like, and that's when the cups start to flow, and then everything starts working. But you can't go back and say, don't say this, or don't say we have this conversation, I don't want this to happen, I don't like, because there looks like there's this, again, the two cards, the seven of wands, and also the 8 of cups in this deck. They have a man covering a woman's mouth saying don't speak, or threatening the woman but at the neck saying don't you dare say anything. So you've got to look at the limitation that you or someone else puts on you. You can't be fearful about someone owning how they feel, or you owning how you feel. There's got to be liberation in these conversations. Liberation that you don't open your heart out and then squash it back in the box. Yeah? You get a gift. You don't open a card. You don't open a birthday present. You don't open a Christmas present, look at it and then put it back in the wrapping and close it back up again. You open it and you use the gift, right? So that's the thing. The water element for you is the gift. But you've got to understand how to use that gift. So use that formula, bear that formula in mind. Go back to a minute and a half ago and listen to the formula again and take note and keep using it again and again until you get more resilience in your water element. Master it. Come on, be the yang in the story. And then head over to the fire element and the air element and the earth element as well. Especially because the earth element was really strong in this reading, so we're going to do that next. You could be earth signs as well. So go and check that out. Love and light, water masters.